Hey, welcome back to the show. I'm Zach, and today we're talking about email English. Polite, clear messages that actually get replies. If you enjoy learning through real stories you can use at work, tap subscribe so you never miss an episode. We keep it simple, practical, and honest. What worked for us and what didn't.
And I'm Emily. We both write a lot of emails, and small changes make a big difference. A clear subject line, a friendly tone, and a short message can save time and avoid stress. Zach, do you have a quick story where an email failed and how you fixed it?
I learned this the hard way. I used to write subjects like, "Quick question." My manager later said he skipped it because his inbox was full of quick things. The subject is the first and often only line he reads, so it must show the purpose. Subject line just means the email title. When I changed to budget update, need approval by Thursday, he replied in 10 minutes. The words weren't longer, they were clearer.
I had the opposite problem. The body of my email. I wrote, "Send me the report." Short, yes, but it sounded like an order. People went quiet. A colleague told me it felt rude. I changed to, "Could you please send the report by 3 p.m.? Thanks in advance." The message stayed short, but the tone softened. Tone is the mood your words create. Concise means short but complete. When readers feel respected, they answer faster.
So, quick recap. Clear subject line, friendly tone, and a concise message. Those three ideas already solve many email problems. In the next part, we'll dig into subject lines that get opened, with easy patterns you can copy. For now, notice the emails in your inbox today. What subjects made you click, and why? Let's dig a little deeper into subject lines. When I write one, I ask myself three things. What's the purpose? Which keywords matter? And is it clear at a glance? Last month, I sent quick question, and it got ignored. I rewrote it to budget update, approval needed by Thursday, and the reply came in 10 minutes. Same email body, different subject, totally different result.
That reminds me of a team email I sent with the subject update. It sounded safe, but no one opened it until the next day. I tried again with team schedule, Friday change, and people saw it right away. Keywords are the important words that show the topic. In this case, schedule and Friday told the story fast.
I once used heads up for a client issue. Too vague. The client called me later and said, "I thought it was just FYI." After that, I wrote, "Client A, invoice issue, need 2 minutes." Much clearer. Clarity means the reader understands the purpose without opening the email.
Vague words slow people down. Quick, check-in, stuff. When I changed quick check-in about slides to design review, slides attached, feedback by 4 p.m., my designer replied in 5 minutes with the exact edits. It wasn't longer, it was sharper.
Speaking of purpose, small labels help when used carefully. FYI, reminder, or action required. I sent action required onboarding forms by Wednesday, and HR handled it the same day. By the way, FYI means for your information, so no action is needed.
Another tip from real life? Mobile screens. Many people only see the first 30 to 40 characters. I started front-loading the keywords like travel reimbursement, docs by Fry. When the first words carry the message, people don't miss it on their phones.
Deadlines also help the reader plan. When I wrote budget approval, need by Thursday 10 a.m., the date and time popped out. Numbers are easy to scan, and they answer the silent question, by when?
I even ran a tiny test with 2 partners. One subject was reminder, meeting, and the other said, Project Phoenix, meeting moved to 2 p.m. The second got faster responses. Deadline means the last acceptable time to finish something.
Tone matters too. I avoid all caps and too many exclamation marks because they feel like shouting. And I don't use urgent unless it's truly urgent. If everything is urgent, nothing is. People stop trusting your flags.
Quick recap. Show the purpose, Pick strong keywords and keep it clear. Before you hit send, ask, will the reader know what this is and what to do just from the subject? Check your inbox today. Notice which subjects pulled your eyes first and why.
All right, let's keep that energy for the next part, where we shape the opening lines so the tone matches the subject. Little choices, big results. So now that our subject lines do their job, let's talk about the first impression inside the email, the greeting and the opening line. A greeting is how you start, like, hello, plus a name. The opening line is your first sentence after that. I once wrote, hey there, to a senior client, and his reply was very cold. Later, I changed my style to, hello, Mr. Rivera, thanks for the update. And suddenly, the tone felt warmer and more helpful.
I had a similar lesson. I used Dear Team at a young startup, and it sounded too formal, almost like a letter from a bank. When I switched to, hello team, thanks for the quick work on the demo, people answered faster and with more energy. Tone means the feeling your words create. A small word at the start can change that feeling a lot.
In my head, I sort greetings by relationship. If I know the person well, I use hello plus first name. If it's formal or new, like a law firm, I might write, hello, Ms. Patel, or sometimes, dear Ms. Patel. Dear is more traditional. It's safe for very formal situations. But in everyday work, hello usually feels modern and polite.
The opening line carries the purpose. I used to start with, good morning, hope you're well. Nice, but then I hid the real point in the second paragraph and people missed it. I changed to, thanks for sending the draft. I'm following up to confirm the timeline for Friday. Follow-up means continue a previous conversation or task. Putting the purpose first saves everyone time.
And for mobile readers, that first line shows in the preview. I began writing, thanks for your feedback on version 2. I have one quick question about slide 5. Even before opening the email, the reader knows what I need. That clarity turns into quicker replies.
Cultural notes matter too. I once added a smiley to an email to a government office. Friendly for me, but not for them. They asked me to keep messages formal. Since then, I use friendly language, but I skip emojis and extra exclamation marks in professional emails. One clear exclamation is fine. 5 feels like shouting.
What about when you don't know the name? I tried to whom it may concern, and the reply took days. Later, I wrote, hello, facilities team, badge access request, and they answered the same afternoon. To whom it may concern is a very general phrase. It can sound distant. A group name, when possible, feels more direct.
When I email a small group, I name the key people first. Hello, Anna and Marco. Then I add context. Thanks for yesterday's call about the rollout. Naming people helps with responsibility. Context just means the background detail that helps your reader remember the situation quickly.
Quick recap. Greet with the right level of formality. Use the person's name. And let your first sentence show purpose. Add a short thank you or reference, thanks for the draft, or following up on Tuesday's meeting. Then state the action or time. Simple, respectful, and clear.
Speaking of action, next, we'll shape polite requests that get real results without sounding pushy. Keep that mini checklist in mind as we move on. Name, warm tone, purpose first. Your reader will feel guided from the very first line.
Let's talk about the heart of most emails. Asking for something without sounding bossy. A polite request isn't about being weak, it's about being clear and respectful, so people want to help. I like a simple plan. Reason, request, deadline, and a soft close.
I learned that after a small mistake with a designer. I wrote, please send the slides ASAP. He did, but the quality dropped because he rushed. Next time I said, could you share the updated slides by 2 p.m.? It helps me prep for the client call. The tone was kind, and the reason gave context. Much better result.
That word context just means the background that explains why you need it. And a softener, like could you, would you mind, or when you have a moment, keeps the relationship smooth. But here's the trick: soft and specific. If you only say, when you have a moment, the task may slide to next week.
Finance taught me this. I asked, when you have a moment, can you process my reimbursement? It took ages. Then I wrote, could you process the travel reimbursement by Wednesday EOD? I need to submit the monthly report on Thursday. Thank you for your help. EOD means end of day. Clear timing moved it forward fast.
Timing is half the game. For quick tasks, like confirming a meeting room, I follow up after 24 hours. For bigger tasks, like a contract review, I wait 2 or 3 business days. When I follow up, I avoid blame. I might write, just checking in on the contract draft from Tuesday. Let me know if you need anything from me.
That phrase, checking in, works because it's a gentle nudge. Nudge means a small push. And offering help, anything from me, keeps the door open. Sometimes I add, happy to jump on a 5-minute call, which shows I want to solve it, not just push it back to them.
If there's still no response, I try a second follow-up with a clear choice. If Thursday doesn't work, I can move the deadline to Friday noon. Choices reduce friction. And if I must escalate, I stay neutral. Looping in Maria for visibility. Loop in means add someone to the conversation. It's not a threat, just information.
I once had to loop in a project lead after 2 silent weeks. I wrote, hello both, following up on the data import. To keep Friday's launch, could we confirm the file by 10 a.m.? If helpful, I can prepare the template. Neutral, specific, and helpful. And we got the file that afternoon.
Another real-life point. Sometimes people say no because they lack bandwidth. Bandwidth just means time and energy. When I hear that, I offer an option. If this week is tight, I can take the first pass and send it for your review Monday. You protect the deadline and the relationship at the same time.
Quick recap. Polite doesn't mean passive. Be soft and specific. Reason, request, deadline, support. Use short follow-ups with a helpful tone. Add choices when possible, and escalate calmly if needed. Those habits make people feel respected, and respected people reply.
Speaking of moving things forward, next we'll shape the whole email body. Clear sections, easy actions, and attachments that don't get lost. So your message lands, and your project keeps rolling. Let's shape the body of the email so it's easy to read. Purpose, details, action, and attachments. I used to write long blocks of text, and people missed my point. Then I started with a one-line purpose. Sometimes I even add TLDR, timeline update for Friday. TLDR means a very short summary. When the first line is clear, the rest of the message feels lighter.
I made the same mistake, Zach. I wrote 3 paragraphs before the ask, and my colleague replied, looks good, but didn't send the data. Now I start like this in my head. Purpose first, then details as bullet points, then one clear action line. Bullet points are short lines with dots or numbers. They help the eye jump to the right place.
For details, I keep them tight and scannable. Short sentences, one idea per line. On a phone, big paragraphs feel heavy, so I break them up. I sometimes label mini sections with simple words like purpose and details, so the structure is obvious without fancy formatting.
Numbers help too. Instead of a long story, I write 1, what changed, 2, what stays the same, 3, what I need. That little list saves everyone time. If I must explain a reason, I keep it to 1 or 2 lines so the action doesn't get buried.
Attachments used to be my headache. I sent final.pptx and later found 3 different finals. Now, I name files like Q3_budget_V2_2025-06-10.pptx. In the email, I write attachment Q3_budget_V2, updated charts. Attachment means a file you add to the email. Inline means content you paste directly in the email, like a short table.
I also write the attachment sentence before I attach so I don't forget. Once I forgot the deck and wrote, "Please see attached." My manager replied, "Attached? Where?" Now I add the file, double-check the name, and mention page numbers if I want feedback on a specific slide.
For the action line, I try to have one owner and one deadline. Marco, could you confirm the vendor quote by Thursday 10 a.m.? If others only need to see it, I CC them. CC means you copy someone so they are informed, but they don't need to act. One owner avoids confusion.
When there are two actions, I separate them. Action 1, Marco, confirm quote. Action 2, Lena, send invoice draft. Clear labels reduce back and forth. If timing is flexible, I add a choice. If Friday doesn't work, Monday noon is fine. Choices make it easier to say yes.
Quick recap. Start with a one-line purpose. List key details in bullets. Give one clear action with a name and a time, and label attachments so no one hunts for them. This simple structure turns a busy email into a helpful checklist.
Speaking of next steps, after the body comes the sign-off and smart use of CC and BCC. Let's keep that momentum and shape a finish that feels professional and friendly without adding extra noise.
Let's land the plane with endings, sign-offs. A sign-off is the last line before your name, like thanks or best regards. I once wrote cheers to a very formal client, friendly for me, too casual for him. I switched to best regards, and the conversation felt smoother right away.
I had the reverse problem. At a startup, I kept writing yours faithfully, and people teased me for sounding like a lawyer. Now I matched the situation. First time with a client? Best regards. After someone helps me today? Thanks. Etiquette, meaning polite rules for a situation, really shows in the closing line.
Closings also support action. I used to write thanks in advance, but sometimes it felt pushy. These days I write the reason first, then close with thanks for your help with the budget timeline. It's grateful, not demanding. And I keep my signature clean. Name, role, phone, and time zone. Easy for quick calls.
Speaking of people on the email, CC can help. CC means you copy someone so they can see the message, but they don't have to act. I CC'd my manager on a tricky vendor note. It gave context and saved me from retelling the story. But too many CCs create noise, so I pick carefully.
BCC is different. It hides addresses, useful for large updates or protecting privacy. I used BCC to send a travel reminder to 50 contractors, but I never BCC someone to secretly watch. That can break trust, and sometimes a reply reveals the BCC anyway. If someone should see it, I say, looping in Anna, and use CC.
Another habit that helps. When a vendor email turns into an internal question, I write, thanks, switching to a new thread with the team. A thread is the chain of messages on one topic. Moving internally keeps private details off the vendor chain and makes the next steps clearer for us.
Topic changes need clean threads too. If the subject shifts from contract dates to training schedule, I start a new email with the new subject. It helps people search later and prevents missed tasks. Searchable threads are like labeled folders for your future self.
On sign-offs, I mirror the other person's tone. Mirror here means I copy their level of formality. A new client wrote, kind regards, so I used the same. My teammate fixed a bug at 7 a.m., so my closing was, thanks, really appreciate the quick fix. 1 exclamation is fine. 5 feels like shouting.
Little detail. Long quotes or giant logos in signatures can slow loading and clutter mobile screens. Simple beats fancy. If you need legal text, keep it short. And I add my time zone. Tiny line, big help for global teams.
Quick recap. Choose a sign-off that matches the relationship. Use CC for visibility, BCC for privacy or big groups, and keep your signature simple. When things change, start a new thread so everyone stays on track. Small choices, strong results.
Up next, we'll wrap with a short checklist and a friendly challenge so your next email feels calm, clear, and confident from subject to sign-off. All right, let's wrap with a quick checklist. Checklist just means a short guide you can follow fast. 1. Subject line shows purpose and key words. 2. Greeting matches the relationship. 3. Opening line gives the reason right away. 4. Polite request with a clear time. 5. One owner for the action and name your attachments clearly.
I use that list every day. Yesterday, I almost wrote thanks in advance, but I changed it to thanks for your help with the timeline today. Same gratitude, softer tone, better result. Tiny edits change how people feel, and feeling respected makes replies faster.
Here's your practice challenge for the week. Pick one real email you need to send. First, rewrite the subject so it shows the purpose and, if needed, a deadline, something like date or time. Then, choose a greeting that fits the person. In the first sentence, say the reason and the action you need. Keep it short and human.
And build a tiny template you can reuse. Mine is simple. Line 1, purpose. Lines 2 through 3, key details as bullets. Line 4, action with one owner and a time. Final line, a friendly sign-off that matches the situation. A template saves thinking power when you're busy.
Timing tip for follow-ups. For quick tasks, check in after 24 hours. For bigger work, wait 2 or 3 business days. If there's silence, offer a choice, Thursday or Friday noon, so it's easier to say yes. If you must escalate, keep it neutral, looping in Anna for visibility. Escalate means involve a higher person or more support.
One more reminder before we go. Front-load important words so mobile readers see them in the preview. Mention attachments in the body, and name files clearly, like project name V2 date. Keep your signature simple with your role and time zone. Simple beats fancy, especially on small screens.
Quick recap. Purpose first, details clear, action owned, tone kind, and endings professional. Try the challenge today and watch how your replies change, usually faster and friendlier. You did great work with us, and your next email will show it.
Thanks for spending time with us. Wishing you calm inboxes, clear messages, and confident writing this week. See you in the next episode.